On the individual syringe, each syringe has some amount of dead space, like basically the amount of space between where the needle hooks to the syringe. And so this one has very little, but then there's other ones that have a larger space, and if it has a larger space, that gets filled up, and and if you have all those syringes taking just a little bit extra each time, then it makes it so you can't make the 6 dose.
Got it. So you've got to be really conscientious of that.
Yeah, so the plan we came up with to ensure that we maximize the amount is that we use 5 of this syringe that has really low dead space, and then one of the syringes that has a higher one, and that way we always have 6 doses.
Now, are they kind of easy to
Well,
get?
we get all our supplies from DHS through the vaccine program. So when they deliver us vaccine, they deliver us the equivalent number of syringes, 4, 5 per vial. So then we've had to go into our stockpile and provide the additional syringes for the 6 dose.
Got it. And so going into your own stockpile, how is that looking for that? Are you guys okay with your own stockpile that you have right now?
So far. So far.
But once we get the 65 group and once we start...
Yeah, I mean, we try to stay ahead of it. But yeah, so we haven't run into it yet. But that doesn't mean it's not going to occur.
And so apparently he's been working with Operation Warp Speed to get some created. And I believe he's trying to do a 7th dose.
Yeah, there is some left over in our vial, but not quite a 7th dose when we do it. So yeah, if you could get a syringe that wasted less vaccine in each dose, then I guess as long as Pfizer's approving that.
Right.
Like it's very doable. It's just getting the syringes and you know, the concern is that will there be enough to make that.
But yeah, if we make it, the key is to make the vaccine go as far as you can, for sure. Yeah, I don't know where they get their supply from, if they're getting it from the federal government and then just redistributing whatever they get.
Oh, I just figured it was easier to hold them that way. So okay, that makes sense. I'm sure it just breaks your heart, though, seeing that little bit left in there and being like, wow. Yeah, I mean, that's actually a lot in there still.
Yeah, not quite a dose, though.
Size vials for everything, so... Because there is possibly like 2 or 3 people that could have easily, and you're just like, oh.
Put out a different protocol for how to do it, but for now, this is what we do and make the most of it. So.
Well, and you are making the most of it, being like one of the first in day.
So we've had a system down to make sure that we have gloves, and so I think that we probably have done a good job of just...
That could easily be one of those. Well, I'm hoping that you never...
If he can get a 7th dose, I mean, think of that, millions of vials, that's that's millions of doses if we get one more dose out of each vial.
Happen, but
Yeah, I don't think that's something that they've concerned themselves with at this point. I know that we did give them some feedback in regards to the vials that were, in regard to the syringes that we got sent last week. We explained to them how if you use one, you only get one particular brand, you get 5 doses. If you use this other particular brand, you get 6, and how we were going to do a hybrid of the two to ensure that we'd get 6. And they appreciated that information. They said they would forward it to the logistics people. But again, I don't think they're not like ordering. I think they just get. So,
experimental and trying.
yeah,
Just,
I mean, a lot of these things are not going to be found out until you have them practiced out in the field.
yeah,
Yep.
that's what you got to do. So.